If you feel like your patience has been tested constantly in 2023 and that God is not really doing anything in your life, then I need you to watch this video. You clicked this video for a reason because you want answers. You want to know why God is doing this in your life, and you want to understand how it can get any better, because it feels like it's a situation that's not feasible. But the thing is, everything is possible with God. That's literally in the Bible. Hi everyone, welcome to Faith is Confidence. I'm Daniela, and today we're going to be discussing why you're being persecuted right now and how to overcome it overall. I understand that being persecuted, being tested by your faith through your circumstances is really difficult. It feels like you can't overcome it. You feel like no one understands you, and you feel as if God just has forgotten you. But that truly is not the truth, and that's what I want to tell you. And close the door. Welcome to my life. My goal in this video is to just inspire you, encourage you to know that Jesus is with you no matter what season you're in, no matter who you are, what you're going through, what you've done. It doesn't matter. Jesus is always with you, and it's such a beautiful thing, and it's such an absolute truth that I feel like a lot of us just forget because we get busy with life, with our bad circumstances, and we just sometimes forget that God's there. But he is. So let's get on to it. We're not the only ones that have gone through this. Like, for example, if we look at Job. Job had the best life and was one of the most faithful servants of God. And he had a beautiful family and beautiful land and a beautiful community. And you know the story where basically the devil comes up to God and says, oh, well, if you took away all of his blessings, he would stop pursuing you. Like, just, don't you know that, God? So let me just mess his life a little bit around and see if he still believes in you and continues to serve you. So God makes a deal with him because he trusts that Job will stay faithful. And so they do that whole process. Job loses his family. Job loses his health. Job loses his land. Job loses everything, even basically kind of like his communication with God. Like, he had this peace that was unshakable. But for a little while, he didn't understand. He was grieving. He was suicidal a little bit. And there was so much of this tense, overwhelming feeling of defeat. But he stayed faithful, and he continued to pray to God no matter what he was going through. And at the end, he got everything twofold. Everything he had before, twofold. Like, it's just crazy how God works, and we have to just know he's going to work in our life. Like he works in other Bible characters' lives, he's working in our life. Like another person, Paul went to jail. Paul made a lot of like these books in here in jail. Like, huh? Instead of seeing his circumstance as a burden, as a barrier from God, he made it a space to be even more intimate with God, because he had a quiet place. Like, he was isolated, but he viewed his circumstance as something good for him. Because the thing is, your adversity doesn't make you. How you think of your adversity, how you take on your adversity, makes you or breaks you. So you decide. Because that's the thing. We all have free will to decide what we're going to do in each circumstance with each thing. And that's the beauty of it. And that's why, as believers, we have faith in him, right? We have faith in him so we can take on each thing that comes our way with confidence in the Lord. That, oh, my God has me. My God has me because he died on the cross for me even when I was a sinner. Like, what you're going through right now is not new to him. Jesus went through it. He was persecuted way more, right? But he still had faith in God. So we have to take on these Bible stories, take on adversity with the knowledge that God is with us. God is with us no matter what. I'm going to go over a passage that I find so ironic that it even is this specific passage, because the specific chapter is Psalms 23. What year are we in right now? 2023. So it just fits perfectly. And I believe, honestly, it's for a reason. Like, God doesn't make any accidents. So I just thought that was kind of funny, but it's kind of like God's humor in a way. So the passage is called The Good Shepherd. So here we go. The Lord is my shepherd. I have what I need. He lets me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He renews my life. He leads me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even when I go through the darkest valleys, I fear no danger, for you are with me. Your rod, your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Only goodness and faithful love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord as long as I live. So have you heard in the middle section of that chapter, which is verse 4, even when I go through the darkest valleys. So what does that mean? The darkest valley, there's no light. There's no hope usually, right? But there is, because we have Jesus with us, and he always lights up every room. And it said at the end, your rod and your staff comforts me. He has a way for you. He has a way of doing things, and periodically. But the thing is, we have to trust what he's doing no matter what we're going through. Because when we go through persecution, it's to grow our strength. It's to grow our faith. It's to grow ourselves completely. Because the thing is, a lot of us, we believe we can't go through a certain circumstance because we're not strong enough. Because we can't. But the thing is, with the Lord, we're capable of so many things. More things that we can imagine. And we have to trust in that and not lose hope. Because it's so easy to lose hope in those darkest valleys. I understand. I'm going through a situation right now where I feel like my life is not what I wanted. So I felt kind of distant from God. But the thing is, he brings you back and makes you realize that he is still here, no matter what we're going through. You have to trust in your Creator more than you trust in your circumstances. Because the thing is, your circumstances have nothing on God. They have nothing. God can make mountain moves like this. God can move the waters like he can do all these things like this in due time. So what you have right now in your life may not be what you want. But the thing is, we can trust that God is doing something and believe that God is going to take me out of the situation. Have this peace and this feeling of expectancy. God is going to redeem my life. God is going to redeem the situation. God is going to make this happen because he promised it to me. I want you to trust that. And at the end, you'll feel like this. So this is in Daniel, chapter 2, verse 20. And it says, "May the name of God be praised forever and ever. For wisdom and power belong to him. He changes the times and seasons. He removes kings and establishes kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. He reveals the deep and hidden things. He knows what is in the darkness, and light dwells with him. I offer thanks and praise to you, God of my fathers, because you have given me wisdom and power, and now you have let me know what we asked of you. For you have let us know the king's mystery." What Daniel just said here is exactly what you're going to feel when the trial's over. Because in the middle of the trial, you're like, "Oh, God, I don't know if you're going to do this for me. I don't know. Like, you're not talking to me. God, you're not doing anything." Like, you kind of have that in the back of your mind. But when you see you move into a different season, you're like, "Oh God, now I know what you're doing." Oh, my pencil just fell. But anyways, like, you realize, "God, this is exactly what you're doing. Like, now I know now I understand it." Because all things that are hidden from us is for a reason, because in due time he will reveal it to us. It will be revealed. And this will be an amazing revelation that will impact us forever, and we get to spread it to other people. We get to show other people what God has done in our lives so they can understand what he can do in their lives. So just continue going. Continue to have faith in the Lord, even through your circumstances that feel like you can't get out of them. Because once again, trials, persecution, it's just for a season. It's not forever. It won't be your whole life. So right now it may feel like it's forever, like you can't get out of it, but you will. So make sure you're praying. Make sure you're reading your Bible. Make sure you're having positive thinking and that you continue to have faith in the Lord, and don't turn away. Don't worry, you're gonna turn away sometimes, but what matters is that you come back. You come back to him, and he's gonna be there waiting for you. He will be there waiting for you with open arms. So if you've already turned your back on God, return to him. And guys, like, we're going through this together, but guess what? We're gonna have a whole new year. It's a new year. It's literally December 31st when I'm filming this. It's a whole new year. God's gonna do incredible things in this year, and I just know it. And the reason you're being persecuted right now is because the devil doesn't want you to believe that God's gonna do something good in your life. The devil doesn't want you to think that Jesus is good. So make sure that through this trial, you have positive thinking and know that you trust in the Lord, because God can't do good things or amazing things in your life if you don't trust in him and follow his lead. Because you can turn this way and that way and never see God again if you allow it to happen, because you have free will, right? But if you turn right back to him, you get to walk with him, and he has given us that beautiful gift. So realize this is a gift for you to grow your relationship with God, grow yourself and your understanding of who you are, and have faith and confidence in the Lord. Hey guys, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. That honestly helps this channel out, and I really pray that this helps you guys. That's honestly my main goal, is to help you guys become closer with God, because it's some really hard times right now, and I know a lot of us need some encouragement, and that's why I'm here, to give you guys encouragement. If you guys felt as if you were encouraged, then help me out by doing that. See you guys next week. Bye.